Hi Peter, welcome to the program. Thanks so much for joining us. And the situation around the traps at the moment, very mild weather this week particularly, but it's all looking good.
Yeah, I mean, spring seems to be here across big parts of the country, Mark. Nice and warm, grass is growing, sort of gives farmers confidence in being able to feed their stock and grow their stock. But certainly we saw a lot of stock come out in July and August, and I think a bit of a slower month so far in September. Probably really reflection of how much grass is growing, farmers holding stock, putting weight on. So yeah, it's been a pretty good start to the year, pretty good start to the spring so far. So I think most farmers will be pretty comfortable with their feed situations.
Some of the lamb prices particularly, they continue to be gobsmacking really, don't they?
Oh, and I think that was a reflection on the number of lambs that were sold and killed through the month of August. Was very, very good prices that probably never been seen before. So that's probably a reflection on a very strong July and August and a bit slower September. The prices are still there, but farmers, in some cases probably already sold stock, but also others hanging on to stock, putting weight on as the grass starts to grow.
So the throughput through the sales, is that picking up again?
Yeah, I mean, sale yards have been pretty steady through July and August. They are lowest number months for us. September, first couple of weeks have been a little bit up and down, but again, I think that's a reflection on coming into spring. Certainly one area that we have seen lower numbers is the feeder calf levels, the number of 4-day-old calves coming through the yards. Certainly in some parts of the country, the Waikato being an exception, where we've seen very good numbers, but in other parts of the country, lower numbers of calves being reared, which I think is a little bit of a concern for the beef industry as to are those animals, those animals are not going to be there come December, January as 100-kilo calves. So yeah, certainly some parts of the country will be okay, but other parts, there's a little bit of a concern at the lower numbers of calves that appear to have been reared.
Is that related to M. bovis in any way?
I think probably a combination of factors, Mark. M. bovis has certainly been an impact, I think, in parts of the South Island, people not rearing so many calves. But I think it's just across the board, probably a little less confidence in the dairy industry. There's lots of things coming at farmers at the moment, the water accord, winter grazing, lots of things that are coming at them. So farmers just probably reflecting on, what is the future of their farming business going to look like? How are they going to adjust to some of the changes that may be required? And I think that is a reflection a little bit on the number of animals that are being reared, as farmers are thinking, well, actually, do I really need to do that right now? I've got plenty of other things I need to do.
Look, it's a continuing theme, isn't it? And I keep hearing about this negativity towards farming. And how do you see, and your team are out there on the rock face, is it affecting a lot of farmers that they're just sick of the fact that everything's so anti-them?
I think some farmers feel a bit like that, but a lot of farmers also reflect on the fact that they've just got lots of things coming at them, and we also got to understand it's a very busy time of the year, July, August, September, October. So a lot of farmers probably thinking more about how they run their business and how they run their farms. Yes, there's some negativity against the farming industry, but there's also lots of very positive things out there as well. So I think we have to focus on the positives. Farmers have changed in a lot of areas quite significantly how they operate. So I think that change is inevitable, I suppose, in any industry. And when you've got lots of change coming at you, that sometimes does make it more difficult to focus on what's the most important piece of change. I'm sure over time all of these things will evolve, and that agriculture in New Zealand will remain to be extremely strong and very well thought of throughout the world.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the backbone. It's the backbone still to this day. Now, just to look at quick look at some of your products before we go. Deferrable still going strong?
Yeah, it is. Deferrables out there, strong interest in it again this year. Farmers, dairy farmers particularly, looking for tail-out bulls. Deferrable in a nutshell is buy your bulls now, pay for them later, and at a very competitive rate, interest rate. So then we've got our Go products, Go Lamb and Go Beef. We've got some flexibility there again at this time of the year as lambs and cattle are killed. So if you're looking for the ability to purchase trading stock, certainly talk to your local agent and they'll be able to help you with those products.
And of course, take a look at bidr as well, the new service there, and that's going well.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a slow time of the year, so small numbers, but I think, in general terms, we're seeing very good clearance rates, sort of 75% clearance rates in those auctions, which are very good. It's a new product. Lots of people starting to have an interest in it, but it is new, and we expect that, like all new things, it will take time to really grow. But we have a huge amount of confidence that it'll be a very, very strong channel to trade livestock on going forward.